Is this thing on? Hello, it's Kalina. Welcome back to the Cool Girl Pod. Whoop, 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 whoop. Today is a beautiful day. The weather is super nice. A little windy, a little cloudy, super hot. And by hot, I mean a whopping 75 degrees, which is great. Good day overall. I hope everyone who's listening is having a great day as well. In today's... Whoa. Sonia gets too excited sometimes and then things go a little crazy. So in today's episode, we are going to be talking about things I am doing to stress less. And I'm trying to hold myself a little more accountable with trying to help ease my stress and anxiety. I feel like it's so easy to write off and put on the back burner, but that's when you end up getting more stressed, and it just is a never-ending cycle of not fun. And if you can relate to that, then this episode is perfect for you. So I'm going to share things I'm doing to stress less, and maybe you can try and do them too and see if they help you. Because we're all about helping each other here. For me personally, stress is everywhere in my life, especially when it doesn't need to be. I feel like I stress about all the small things in life, and it's actually gotten to a point where it's really unhealthy and not good, and it can affect the relationships and people around me. And I just want to be better, most importantly for myself, but for others, so I'm not so annoying, because I can be pretty annoying sometimes with my stress. The slightest thing can stress me out personally. I'll ruminate over say something happens and I have to think about that certain thing until I find a solution for it, which is really unhealthy, because then I just have obsessive thoughts and I can't focus on anything else until that problem is solved, which is not good. And not all thoughts need to be they don't all need attention. Sometimes they're just thoughts that go in your head, and I'm learning to be okay, what are the facts? Is this a real problem or something that I need to address and fix? Or is it something that's just passing through my mind and will go away? Being more aware is what I'm trying to do as an individual. Relationships, job, life, literally, there's stressors in everyday life, and I'm sure other people go through them and feel them as well. Money is a big stressor for a lot of people, and I've seen it firsthand cause problems in certain areas, and it's just unfortunate to let stress take over so much of our lives. And by ours, I'm saying if you can relate to this, because stress has definitely taken over my life in the everyday, and I just don't want it to anymore, and I want to feel better, and I want to do better for myself. And there are ways, and there's some things that I can do to actually take action to try and ease my stress and anxiety. And I think the first tip here is just being aware. I'm fully aware of my anxiousness, my stress, my obsessive thoughts. I'm fully aware of them. And I think that's the first step in trying to be better, is just being aware of the problem at hand. So I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how we can feel less stressed together, because I think there's a lot of good advice out there, and I think we could do it. We could be free of our crazy thoughts. So let's dive in. All right, first things first is some mental reset tips. We have to think when a thought arises, and I just want to let everyone know in this episode that I learned my info from, there's this YouTube channel called Therapy in a Nutshell. She does a great job of explaining some anxiety and stress. Try to watch some videos from therapists on YouTube that try and help give some advice on stress and anxiety. And I know it's not a full that's not therapy in itself, but they do give great tips and tricks on how to help with things in the moment. So if you have an anxious thought pop up into your head, we're going to reframe it. So we have to think, is this a real problem or is this a moment of overthinking? And that's what I mean by laying out the facts versus like, oh my God, my life is ending in this moment if I don't figure out this problem. And I'm definitely the far end where I think, oh my God, my life is ending if I don't have a problem right now. I go to my friends for reassurance. All of my friends and family members, they know, they get tired of it and annoyed of it, but I like have to go to someone right away to make sure that like I'm gonna be okay. And that is very unhealthy, and I'm trying to be better with that. So the next one, we have to let go of perfection. Anything done is better than perfect. We don't take action on a lot of things because we want things to be perfect and amazing and awesome, and we don't know until we actually do the first step, which is trying, and you learn as you go. So always just try and take action, and then you could perfect from there. Like I've tried meditation and maybe I do it for like a few minutes and then I'm like, this is really hard and boring. But then once you get past the threshold the next time of a couple more minutes, then you're already improving and gaining more knowledge and peace. You have to allow things to be easy. So you have to ask yourself more often, what would this situation or scenario look like if it were easy? You have to start thinking about things from an easy standpoint. Things come to you easily. My stress and anxiety, I can handle it easily because I have the tools and the knowledge to get it out of my brain or to ease it, whatnot. You got to stop looking at the standpoint that like things are hard because everyone says life is hard, blah, blah, blah. Like it doesn't have to be. You have to have an open mindset and do things with confidence and support yourself. And that's the most important thing that you can do. The next thing I'm trying is setting digital boundaries, which I need big time. I have such a scrolling addiction. So I mentioned, I think in my last video or something like that, that I deleted TikTok off my iPad. Oh wait, no. I deleted TikTok off of my phone and now it's just on my iPad. And I thought that that would help me doom scroll less, but if I'm being honest with you, it has helped a little bit because obviously during the day while I'm at work, I can't go scroll on TikTok and then I just resort to Instagram Reels, which is also not good. But I get more bored on Instagram Reels, so I'll be like, okay, it's time to get off. With TikTok, I get sucked in for hours, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, but I deleted it off my phone, so it's just on my iPad, but then I have started scrolling on my iPad at night because I want to see dark fantasy edits and Lord of the Rings and Love Island updates, and I'm like, I have to see that, so I need to hop on. And I think that this is a great start for me. Obviously, it's not perfect, but if I can set actual limits with myself of like, okay, I could scroll for 10 minutes and then I have to get off. If I can hold those boundaries with myself, then I think it'll be way better. But right now we're kind of in that gray area where we're working on it. But setting digital boundaries is so friggin' important. Try putting your phone on do not disturb for 1 hour a day. Personally, I don't get notifications. So I turn off all the notifications on all my apps, and then like no one texts me besides my mom, my boyfriend, and like my sister. So I really don't have to worry about people blowing up my phone. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have any of those. So I don't participate in like getting notifications. But even like setting your phone on do not disturb before you go to bed is something that I'm going to try to do because texts in the night wake me up and then I'm curious and then I look and it's just like a never-ending spiral. So we could try putting our phones on do not disturb for a little while. Another one is no scrolling first thing in the morning, which is a common known tip. No scrolling in the morning, because the second I pick up my phone and start scrolling, my head already feels foggy and unmotivated for the day. Even if it's like for a few minutes, I'm like already in that mindset of I need to pick up my phone. And then I've noticed for like the rest of the morning or day, I'm just always reaching for my phone because I'm looking for that dopamine hit, you know? So I think a really good one is to stay off your phone first hour of the day. It's a lot easier when I work personally because I get up, start getting ready for the day, and then I go to work. So then I'm not on my phone the first hour, and honestly, it feels really good. So maybe give that a try. Decluttering your digital space on your phone. Like I said, I deleted TikTok off my phone and now it's just on my iPad. You can delete unnecessary apps or photos you have lingering around, games, whatever. Unfollow people on social media that don't make you feel good or that you feel like you compare yourself a lot to, because that is very unhealthy as well. So the next key part of stressing less is daily movement, which is a very, very important one. I want to start getting back into my walking outside routine, aka hot girl walk routine, where I just go up and walk on a hill and it feels really good. It really clears my mind. I used to be so good at doing it like almost every day, and with my schedule and everything, I just haven't gotten to it because here I am making an excuse to not do it. But genuinely, I've been prioritizing sleep over everything else in my life, and that has helped me a lot. Yeah, just getting that daily movement, whether that's taking a walk outside, even if it's just for 10 minutes to clear your mind, that helps with my stress and anxiety so much. I think that's like my number one, is going for a walk and clearing my head. For some reason, like nothing is better. I feel so alive, so in the present moment. I'm jamming to music and I just have such a freaking fun time. And I need to do more of that. I need to prioritize that more because it makes me feel so good. Moving your body gently, whether you like yoga, walks, dance parties on your own. I know I love a good dance party. Who doesn't love a good dance party? I know I do. But yeah, just like little things like that. Whether you like to go to the gym and weight lift, I've been at least trying to go 2 days a week. Because, girl is busy. But if I can dedicate 2 days of weightlifting, 2 days or more to weightlifting a week, then that helps with my stress and anxiety. Hitting the Stairmaster after for even just 10 minutes, so good. You want to stay hydrated. You want to eat healthy, well-balanced meals. Of course, I indulge on treats all the time, but I try and make sure I try and eat good meals on the other hand, which I don't always do. I'm not perfect, but I try my hardest to be a somewhat healthy individual while still enjoying my treats, because I'm a firm believer. Cleaning your space a little each day can help with ease your stress and anxiety, because if you have a clear space, then you have more of a clear mind. When you wake up and your room is messy and you're like, ooh, I just already feel like anxious and like, anxious. I already feel anxious and just like, like I'm already feel overwhelmed. Like, that's not how you want to start your day. I feel that way when I am lazy and don't make my bed sometimes. I just like look at it because my bed takes up a majority of my room. But I just look at it and I'm just like, ooh, that just feels messy. And then it makes your brain kind of messy. So stay dedicated to having your spaces clean. Next tips that I want to try and that you could try is more like soul soothing practices. So that would be meditation. I'm really trying with the meditation. It's really hard, but I just recently tried the Wim Hof breathing method thanks to my friend Brooke, and it was so hard, but I felt like so good. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm really glad I tried it. I want to do it some more. I need to actually create like a routine and schedule for my meditation, because I kind of just do it when I want. But if I scheduled it and did it either every night just to start to help wind down before bed, or every morning, like that would be a great goal. So if you feel that way too, personally, I just start with the 5-minute meditations and then like you can work your way up from there. Because ultimately, like, as of right now, I definitely can't do like an hour-long meditation, but I'm starting small baby steps. Another soul-soothing activity is definitely journaling your thoughts. I know you hear that everywhere, but I want to get better at that as well. I want that to be more of a routine thing. Maybe I could write down in my journal each night and then meditate before bed. And then after I do those things, I actually can't reach for my phone or anything. I need to do that because that would make me feel so great. So if you can relate, we could do it together. But for me, the hard problem is I like to watch ASMR before bed. So I like put my phone next to me because I'm listening to ASMR to fall asleep. And usually it helps, but I don't like having my phone right next to me. I don't know. Maybe that's part of my anxiousness. But I think if I journaled, meditated, and then just laid there and went to bed or read a book to fall asleep, I feel like that would cure a lot of my anxiety and late night thoughts. So like maybe we could try it together if you're out there and looking to be less stressed and anxious too. Learn how to say no without guilt. That has been such a skill that I've mastered over the past 4 whatever years, is learning to say no. It's it feels so nice to confidently say no. Obviously you could say it in a nice way, sorry, I'm just I don't want to go out tonight because I want to get a good night's rest before my long work day tomorrow. You have the total right to do that. If your friend is oh, but it's blah blah, we gotta go out, blah blah blah, you can stay firm and say no, I want to feel rested tomorrow, I'm not interested in going out. Saying no without feeling guilty is a superpower, and it is something that I have loved in life because you got to do things for you. You want to be good energy and positive and cool and awesome? Well, you got to tend to yourself first before you can share it with others. So prioritize yourself. Listening to music that matches your mood is great for your soul because obviously, if you're listening to sad girl music, you're going to be in the sad girl mode. But if you're listening to music that'll get you in a pumped up, dancey, let's go mood, that's going to work. Listening to music is such a great, awesome idea. So those are the main tips and tricks that I want to try incorporating better into my life each day. I just noticed lately there's a lot of change and a lot of things happening behind the scenes in my life that I think that they creep up to me silently because I don't give them that much attention, but they're still there. And I think lately they've been creeping up to me more silently. I've been waking up in the middle of the night, just stressed and anxious and panicked, and I just hate feeling that way. And I just want to help myself because who doesn't want to feel good? And to be honest, I started struggling more with my stress and anxiety in the past 2 years more than ever before in my life, and I don't know why it's coming upon, and I just want to kind of help myself and get back to feeling better and just doing what's right for me because everyone owes that to themselves. You deserve to feel good, and you deserve to feel worthy, you deserve to feel loved, you deserve to feel cool and awesome because you are all those traits. And just recognizing certain flaws and little tidbits of your life can only help you be more aware and take action towards what you want to fix and how and who you want to be in life. And I think that's really cool and important. So if you can recognize some of your faults and own up to them and be hey, I want to be better from here, that is the coolest thing a person can do ever, because everyone's just trying their best and they're just trying to improve each day. So be easy on yourself during the journey. I gotta realize that when I'm trying this, that some days aren't going to be perfect, but at least if I try one thing, whether that's the 5-minute meditation, the journaling, the really being off my phone, that will help me so much, and then I will build on those little steps. So if you can relate, that's great. All right, so I have a little quote that you can tell yourself and remind yourself. You are allowed to reset without guilt. Don't be guilty. Don't feel bad about yourself for being lost in this moment or not fully, truly feeling yourself, because I feel that way too. and we all go through waves and we go through the highs and lows, and that's all a part of life. And like I said before, as long as we're trying, that's really all that matters. So if you enjoyed these tips and tricks and you want to join them with me, let me know below, and maybe you can also share some other tips that have helped with your stress and anxiety for other people to see and for me. And I think it'd be nice to share with other people. But I hope that you enjoyed this video and podcast. Woo! Keep me updated on your stress and anxiety journey, because I'll keep you guys updated if you're interested. Is this how performers feel at their concert? When I was just a girl, I was petrified. I have a lot of stress and anxiety by my side. It keeps me up late night thinking how I did so wrong, and I was lost. And I'm learning how to get along, and I'm trying to improve my stress and anxiety. It makes me feel so bad, but I don't got time for that. Yeah, I'm gonna be better, because that's all I have to do. I'm gonna improve my life and share some tips with you. Oh my god, that was sick. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Deuces.